fantastic time. This is my first visit to China, hopefully the first of many visits. I'd like to thank Meters Bonwee and the City team that brought me here. I'd also like to thank MTime for giving me this opportunity to really connect with fans, especially those who could not be here today. We always say on the set of Prison Break that the fans are why we do what we do, and that particularly applies to our fans overseas in places like China. We're very aware of how much love and support we have in Beijing and Shanghai, and this was a tremendous opportunity for me to come here, see Shanghai, see Beijing, visit with fans, and so far I'm having an amazing time. The food has been delicious, the people are warm and friendly, the cities are impressive. Hopefully I'll be able to squeeze as much touring and sightseeing as I possibly can into the short time that I'll be here. That's the sad thing, is that I'm only here for a few days, but like I said, hopefully I'll be back very soon. I came from a very traditional family with very conservative values, and it was always understood that education was of the utmost importance. That's why I worked very hard at school and wound up going to one of the best colleges in the United States. And I can honestly say that that degree was like a safety net. It's really why I felt free to try my hand as an actor, because I knew that if that didn't work out, I always had my education and my degree to fall back on. I can also say that while I was at school, I learned some very important lessons that have everything to do with the success that I achieved today, like perseverance, attention to detail, preparation, research, follow-through. These are all skills that I honed while at school, and they're the tools that I use to make it in a very difficult and very competitive career. And interestingly enough, these are also characteristics that I have in common with Michael Scofield, the actor that I played on Prison Break. These are the very same tools and qualities that have allowed him to be the hero that he is. That's an excellent question. I think Michael is a good man. I think he's on a hero's journey. In the very first season, it was all about saving his brother, saving someone that he loved. But at this point in time, his hands have gotten quite dirty. He's committed several acts that he's not particularly proud of, and it's becoming more and more difficult to tell him apart from some of the other criminals on the show, like T-Bag, for example. And I think that's reflective of who we all are in real life. I mean, it's an exaggeration, of course, but we're all, I think, trying to be the best people that we can, and all constantly falling just a little bit short of the mark. But I think the important thing is to pick yourself up and keep trying to be the best person that you can be. And I think at this point in the series, it's become about Michael trying to redeem himself, trying to balance the equation and wash his hands clean, to justify all the crimes that he's committed for a good cause, so that at the end of the day, you can actually call him a proper hero. Make everything come true. It's my very great regret that I do not have more time to spend in China, that I don't have more time to meet more fans than I already have. And I would like to send a message of thanks and appreciation. I think we have a beautiful country. There's a lot here to respect and cherish and explore, and I'm grateful that you've given me the opportunity and the reason to come and visit you, and I hope to return in the very near future. So again, on behalf of myself and everyone involved with Prison Break, thank you so much for your continued support, and enjoy